Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm just back with some more daily numerology. Today is April 2nd, 2023. In our inner world, we have a 2. In our outer world, we have a 13. Okay, so yesterday, coming out of this idea of understanding that we can create magic, right? Understanding that and really knowing that is knowing it, you know what I mean? Not like, oh, maybe, knowing it, you know? So in today's energy, in order for us to stay in that energy of knowing that we can make magic happen, okay? In the process of that, we need to use our memories to motivate our actions. Now, what I mean by this is using the things that we've learned, okay, from the not so great memories. I don't want you to sit in them. That's not, I have a feeling that they're going to come up today, is what I'm trying to say. That they could come up unhappy, but when they do, try to realize that that's happening, and then like the awareness of that allows you to turn the memory around and be like, okay, well, that's that memory, but what was it trying to teach me in the memory? And then that flip of perspective, the wisdom from that memory, is now going to help in the idea of the 2 of the partnership, okay? Where you're able to maybe bring peace to something, or mediate something, or bring balance to a partnership, because you had this memory that you're able to turn around, learn a lesson from, and then within the same day, use that to aid in being helpful and peaceful and cooperative, instead of like being like not being able to help and being agitated. That's the kind of energy that's happening in this 2 today, and it's coming forward and coming out today because it's trying to aid in you understanding how you make magic. And this is an example on how that happens today in this number 2. So remembering that you have that power, so these things come up today to show you, and to show you the faith you can have in yourself and the power that you have to make magic occur, okay? And that all has to do with our dreams as well. In this energy too, it's very telepathic. They say that the 2 is like a 2-way street where ideas are coming in and out, inner and outer self. You know what I mean? Inner and outer, okay? So that telepathic communication is strong. It really is today. And if you have that with a being, a person who's alive on this planet, a person who is not alive on this planet, your pets that's even passed, there's a lot of different souls that you can telepathically communicate with, that you're connected to, and it's very intense and very strong today. And tune into it, see what happens. You know what I mean? And if it's somebody that you can't like check to verify like that telepathic communication is happening, you can actually, like, if it's happening and then you're like, I don't know, I wish I kind of had confirmation that this was happening, you can ask for a sign. You can. You can ask for a sign to know if, you know, to get some verification if that telepathic communication is existing as you are experiencing it. Ask. You'll get a sign. I'm telling you. Well, yeah, you will. I hope that you do anyway. And so this is part of the other energy today. So be aware of that and know that maybe things that you hear are not of your own and they're of something else. So, and that's great today. If you do meditation, that's a way to tap into that as well. And then on the outside world, we have a 13-4. And, the 13 is about transformation. And it's reflecting back on this too, right? The 13 is about change and release and renewal. That's what the 13... Oh, there's Luna. Oh, she didn't go in front of the camera, though. That's what the 13 is energy. It's what it exists in. It's what it's about. And the renewal comes into play with the 4. Oh, here she comes. The renewal comes to play with the 4 because we are building a foundation, right? Under that change, release, and renewal. And so that energy is reflecting back today on you for you to remember that you have transformed how you perceive things. You have done that. And that is reflecting back on you today as these memories come into play. And we are able to take a unhappy memory, turn around the perspective, remember what we learned from it, and apply that to a situation today and going forward as well. Proving to us that we have the ability to make magic because a change of perspective helps other people either bring some sort of cooperation or peace or just a balance to a partnership. It's and the 13 on the outside is reflecting back that you have the ability, that you've transformed your energy and you have the ability to make that happen today. So that's what I see in some telepathic communication, right? So I did a card pull, and here, this is the thing, right? So I didn't really, but we're gonna tell a story again, okay? We're gonna tell a story. So in following our dreams, forming our dreams, what has to occur is that we need to surrender to a perspective to take on a new perspective. We need to surrender our new glasses, our old glasses, so we can get our new ones. It's releasing. It's that release. It's that 13 on the outside. It's the releasing because it brings renewal. And we must do this as we are forming our dreams. We also must parent ourselves as well. I think this is about parenting ourselves. It's about understanding that forming our dreams and surrendering perspectives also means parenting ourselves when we get into certain spots, reminding ourselves to take care of ourselves. Self-care is very, very important, especially in forming dreams and looking at things from a different perspective. Or parenting that inner child who's having a hard time, who gets triggered as we follow the journey in forming our dreams and surrendering and learning. But you know what I mean? Things get triggered along the way and more things come up to surrender as we're forming our dreams. So we need to parent ourselves, care for ourselves, really, and show ourselves love and compassion in a parenting kind of way. Support ourselves. And then through that process and through the process of forming our dreams, surrendering the things that need to go as we do that, parenting ourselves as things come into our journey and challenge us, and maybe, really that inner child needs some more love and healing. What comes out of that is creativity, because every time we go through a difficult process of surrendering, letting go, and pain, and then parenting ourselves after that, what comes out of that is like the birth of creativity when our lower vibration self starts to creep back up and when we're in a different vibration and we kind of come up to the expansive vibration, then we get creative. Then we start to see things in a different light and we start to get really creative about what's happening in that dream forming, okay? And then what occurs is change. That's what occurs. Good change in forming your dreams. So that dream is starting to take shape and it starts to change because we're going through this process. And what this is telling us about the 2 is it's reminding us that as unhappy memories may come in today, we have the ability to remember what we learned from them. And that's what this message is telling you. And then you're able to get creative and you're able to change a situation through you bringing peace to something, bringing cooperation to something, bringing balance to something. It really shows how you changing yourself changes the world. You make magic because you have the ability to transform. I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. And like if you want to, comment if you like to, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oops. Bye.